Welcome to A Black Men's Health. This is Hannibal from FICO Finesse. I want to give you guys a few pointers on business credit because it's absolutely important. Some people have many questions around business credit, so I want to teach you how to do it properly and how to strategize to set up for success. So with business credit, it's a completely different animal than personal credit, and you have to do it right the first time around because unlike personal credit, you don't have as many consumer protection laws to protect you and remove negative items. You also have to set things up. So with business credit, you can either set things up organically, building business credit on its own, or you can set things up by co-signing your business. If you co-sign your business, both of them have benefits and drawbacks. If you co-sign your business, meaning you're signing personal liability for your business, if you borrow $20,000 and your business defaulted or didn't make revenue, you would personally be on the hook for $20,000. And that might upset your debt to income ratio, which would be a bad thing. That would really lower your utilization ratio if you had too much debt come on your personal side because you didn't pay your business bills. So that's some of the bad side. The other bad side is that you're, again, personally liable for it. You would owe $20,000. Also, there are some benefits to personally guaranteeing your credit. If you personally guarantee your credit, it comes a lot faster. You can get it tomorrow if you have a good credit score. The only other bad thing I would say about personally guaranteeing your credit would be that if you do so, technically it's considered commingling funds, which you may not want to do from an asset protection standpoint or from a tax standpoint. Now, this is not legal advice. I want you to go to your local attorney or tax professional and get legal advice and get tax advice. But I do recommend that you start to prepare yourself for the process of getting business credit. Now, on the other side, if you're organically building it out, that means you start your entity and you set your entity up to be able to start to build business credit organically. So the first thing you would have to do is form your entity with your Secretary of State, or you would just use an attorney to help you do this. Once you do that, you would set up an EIN or a tax identification number for your business. So you would go to irs.gov, you would establish that, you would type in EIN, and they would take you through the form to do this for free. Many people will charge you to do this, but this is absolutely free. Go to irs.gov and get your EIN. Once you get your EIN, I want you to go to the Business Credit Bureau, one of the main ones, which is called Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet, otherwise known as D&B. So you can go to dnb.com, D as in dog, N as in Nancy, B as in bird. I want you to go to dnb.com. I want you to apply for your DUNS number. They may make you try to pay for it or tell you you need to pay to expedite it. It's absolutely free to get your DUNS number. They will tell you it'll take about a month, but it might take about a week or so. Once you get your DUNS number, that's Dun & Bradstreet, the main business credit bureau. Once you have 5 payment experiences with them, they're going to give you what's called a Paydex Score. And your Paydex Score is from 0 to 100. 100 means you pay early, 80 means you pay on time, and clearly 0 means that you do not pay on time. I recommend that you always pay on time. You do not have the liberty of consumer protection laws to rectify it afterwards, so I want you to always set it up to pay timely. Now remember, I did say you need to have 5 payment experiences to get a score with Dun & Bradstreet. This is like on the personal side. To get a FICO score, you need 6 months of credit history to get a FICO score. So you need to do stuff to generate that score. Now this comes again to building out organically. So you need to have what's called Tier 1 accounts, otherwise known as vendor accounts, otherwise known as Net 30 accounts. And by that, I mean you have a term of 30 days to pay it off on time. You could also have a Net 55 account or a Net 90 account. The number may differ, but all the same, that means you're paying in installments. You borrow for a product or service, and you're paying for that a month or more later. But you have to pay in full. So that's a little different animal than the personal side, where you may be accustomed to borrowing something and then you pay in installments. You're paying in full at the end of 30 days. It's very important to pay on time. So once you establish 5 Tier 1 accounts, that can be Quill, Uline, Granger, etc. If you go to my business page at FICO Finesse and you message me, I can give you a list of Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 accounts to apply for if that's a resource that you need. But yes, you're going to be establishing these business accounts, these tier 1 accounts. Once you have 5 of them that are going to report that you pay on time, then you're going to get a Paydex score from Dun & Bradstreet from 0 to 100. I'm hoping you are in the range of 80 to 100. Once you have 5 tier 1s, you can now graduate to tier 2 of establishing organic business credit. That's a fleet card or a gas card. So once you have those 5 initial accounts, you will qualify to get a gas card. You get 2 of those, you pay that on time, you now have 7 accounts in total. You have 5 of the foundational accounts, you then have 2 level 2 accounts, and then you can graduate to tier 3, which is gonna be vendor cards, or not vendor cards, I'm sorry. It's gonna be like Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that. It's gonna be a store card. And if you have that, you will have 5 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s, and 1 store card. You will now have 8 different accounts on different levels, demonstrating that your business pays on time, which is absolutely important. And at that point, you have organically built out a credit history of timely payment with variety that you can now, in your business's name, open up a business account purely in the name of your business from Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, anything like that. Yes, business credit is important. It is important to set it up properly. It is important to know that it's not a free investment. It does require some money. Remember when I told you guys that it takes 5 payment experiences to establish your Paydex score? A lot of times vendors are going to require a minimum order to report to business credit bureaus. That minimum order may be anywhere from $80 to $100. So if you have 5 different accounts that you need to set up and pay $80 to $100, let's just say 100 for easy math, that's $500 a month. You might need to do that for 2 months. So that's about $1,000. This is not a free process. It's not an overnight process. It's a process you want to carefully go through with guidance. So go to your favorite thought leader, go to your favorite person that does business credit, find accountability groups, meetup groups, use this as a resource here, go to my platform, stay on this platform. Anything you want to do, you just want to educate yourself in doing it properly. Now, doing this properly means there's some requisites to getting these accounts set up. You need to have a business number. That's not a toll-free number. I mean, you need to have a toll-free number, I'm sorry. You need to have a number that is not a Google Voice number. You need to have an address that's not a P.O. box. You need to have an email address. Hopefully that's not a Gmail. You want to have your own domain. You need to have just different points of credibility that a bank is going to need to see that you're in business and you're here to stay. Overall, this is a process that takes patience. It takes planning. You should have a business plan. You should write everything down. You should document everything. You should establish it in order. I want you to list yourself online on different platforms. I want you to go to listyourself.net and list yourself. I want you to go to Google My Business. I want you to go to YEXT. I want you to be found online. I want you to do search engine optimization. I need you to go marketing with Clint to get anything that you need as far as that goes. Business is an investment, and it has a great rate of return when you do this properly. If you do this the right way, you can eventually start to earn business credit just in the name of your business itself. You can get a car in the name of your business itself. These are a lot of things that you just want to do properly to get funding for whatever it might be. It could be logistics, it can be trucking, it can be Airbnb, furnishing your units, anything. All these things take money, it takes capital, but it does not have to take your capital. And wealthy people always leverage other people's money. So you want to set yourself up to be able to receive this. You also want to, in our community, where we're really talking to our community here, we qualify for things. We qualify for grants. We qualify for funding. I want you to be registered with the MWBE, Minority and Women-Owned Businesses, right? Municipalities have to spend 30% of their budget on minority and women-owned businesses. You guys should be able to qualify for some of those. So I want you to register. I want you to always educate yourself. I want you to tune in. I want you guys to subscribe, hit the like button. I want you to comment. I want you to ask questions and be engaged. I want you to learn. And most importantly, I want you guys to take action. Again, my name is Hannibal Collins. I'm from FICO Finesse. I'm the executive director of FICO Finesse. We look forward to working with you.